Today I'm going to talk about a 3-pointed star sedan that has sold more than 37,000 units since the third generation model was launched in India back in 2001. And it does not start from the letter S or E. Well, as you can see, C is for the brand new 6th generation Mercedes-Benz C-Class, a very important car for Mercedes in India given the fact that they have sold more than 37,000 of these since its introduction in 2001. And what immediately strikes you about the way this car looks is its sporty elegance with restrained aggression, especially in this AMG line trim with those sporty bumpers and exhaust which don't do much, but it looks nothing but the new C-Class. And from the rear, it'll remind you of that ultra-luxurious S-Class, especially with the droopy tail lamps and that slippery rear. Subsequently, it borrows a lot of tech and the basic concept and layout from the current gen S-Class, which makes me want to go inside now. And what I'm sat in is the luxuriously equipped AMG line trim with a very familiar interior borrowed straight off the current gen new S-Class. So you've got the 11.9-inch portrait display, slightly angled to the driver. It's really intuitive to use and it's a gorgeous piece of display. I've got the instrument cluster again with customizable dials, all of that here, as well as the fact that this beautiful AMG line steering wheel makes me want to believe that I'm driving a real AMG, but it doesn't have the snorts or the gurgles of the actual one. We've got the sienna brown interior package now available, one of my favorites. Overall, it's a great place to be, especially with the fact that you get a panoramic sunroof, a Burmester 15-speaker sound system. Overall, I don't think they have compromised on the wow factor. This is just a great interior to be in. And with my body double sitting in front, I'm sat at the back, and this definitely feels more spacious than before. In fact, the 21mm legroom and increase definitely is felt, except my shins kind of like hitting the front seat now. I've got the armrest with these lovely retractable cup holders, like super nice detailing from the Germans. We've got retractable sun blinds at the back, the Burmester sound system here. Overall, I would say the middle seat is almost like a perch. I think headroom definitely is good, but not for the middle passenger. Overall, definitely a better place to be in than before. Yeah, I could be chauffeur driven in this. Roshan, let's go. Roshan. This new C sits on a heavily revised version of the outgoing car's underpinnings, but is physically bigger in most respects. It's still a rear-wheel drive platform and now almost as big as the last gen of the E-Class. It's 65mm longer, 10mm wider than the previous generation, with a meaningful 25mm increase in wheelbase. So out on the winding roads of Missouri, we're out driving the brand new C300D, which is the 265 HP, 550 Nm of torque. And I must say it's a very comfortable car to drive. It's not designed for like out and out driving pleasure. The steering feel is direct, but it's still, I would say, a little feelless. It's very easy around town. On the bends, it's not the most sharp of the lot. The power delivery is smooth, it's linear, despite a claimed 0 to 100 in 5.7 seconds, which is pretty similar to the last 300D. So talking on the way the new C feels on these beautiful roads is that it feels very mature in the way the suspension and the ride quality is. Handling, it's impressive, not the sharpest. It's not it's not a corner carver. It's designed towards more relaxation, and you'll feel fresh as a daisy. One thing to note is the new range of engines do feature 48 volts mild hybrid system, which basically means there is a integrated starter generator between the transmission and the engine, which helps increase start off performances. So you get this 20 HP of extra power and 200 Nm of torque in situations when you're starting up, which really helps possibly in the 0 to 100 over 5.7 seconds achievement. You know, the 18-inch wheels that this car rides on, I mean, it's not going to impact ride negatively. And one thing also that this car features, the 300D, is the digital LED lights straight off from the S-Class, will make night driving much safer. A very important mention to Mercedes for including so much technology from the S-Class into the brand new C-Class, starting from the Mercedes Me app, which allows you to remotely connect the car, start the car, monitor the car, which is becoming the new standard in many of the new models. But what this is a first in this segment is the car-to-X communication, which is basically, there's a Mercedes cloud where data is uploaded regarding routes, and other Mercs learn about them via the same cloud. So let's say I've been through a bad patch of roads, and it automatically updates that data to the Mercedes cloud. And another S-Class, maybe traveling on that bad patch of road, having air suspension, can adjust the suspension to minimize the inconvenience caused to the passenger. So that's really the next generation of technology coming in. Finally, there is the "Hey Mercedes, thank you." So the voice assistant gets better with each generation. The nuances and the understanding is better, but of course you need to have a data connection for it to really help you out. There is 3D maps, which we're kind of using now, but it's when you're closer within the city, you'll see these animated buildings and animated landmarks, which is really the next level of visualization on how immersive the experience can be. So after driving the new C-Class in the hills of Missouri for a short while, I'm convinced that Mercedes has nailed the comfort angle. It's got the increased ground clearance, it's got the extended wheelbase with better legroom. The seat cushioning has massively improved. Overall, it's a great car to sort of, be transported in a relaxed fashion while being semi-compact, because the A-Class has taken the real C-Class's position. What we don't know yet is what price will Mercedes launch it at. It will not be cheap anymore, because the A-Class has allowed the C-Class to move up more upmarket. So definitely expect premium pricing, almost in the range of the new 3 Series and not maybe the A4 levels. Until then, do share, like, subscribe to the Top Gear India channel, and we look forward to listening to your comments and feedback on the brand new C-Class. Until then, take a vacation in the hills, do a driving vacation for sure. It's great weather here, but drive safe. Thank you.